hold the phone horizontal. So I'm gonna do it this way. Amazing 13. I'm waiting for my subscribers. Just going over everything. It's not dark yet anyway. Checking to make sure my lighter works. My lighter works. So, oh, there's a like, so somebody must be here. Yo, yo, yo. Jonathan, what's up, John? What's going on, buddy? I'm doing good, John. Thank you. I'm down by these power lines that are about a few blocks away from my house, 15-minute, 20-minute walk from my house. And I'm going to shoot off some of my rockets. And I want to do it down here because I won't disturb anybody in my retirement development. And I don't want to freak my dog out. Amazing 13, sup? What's up, Amazing 13? I'm doing real good though, John. Thanks for asking. Amazing 13. You are in for a little treat. I am going to have some fun. Look, I never shoot firecrackers off around my house because they're too damn loud. But look, I got firecrackers. I'm going to save that one for last. There's another one. There's a couple star guns. There's a couple more rockets. That rocket there, that one's going to blow up. The tube was small. That wasn't the right tube. And I'm pretty sure that one's going to blow up. Let me show you what else I got going on here, you guys. So I'm down by the power lines. I love it down here. This is where I always used to shoot my fireworks off back in the day before I used to live stream. I used to come down here by these power lines because there's a clearing right here. It's hard to get a clearing in the Poconos, but there's no trees here, so it's a clear shot. Grant, what's up, Grant? I'm glad you're here, bro. Richard's glad you're here. It's getting darker as we speak, Grant. It's getting darker. That's what's up, man. I'm very excited, Grant. You know, I can relax and shoot my fireworks off and not have to worry about like somebody coming by and yelling at me because I'm making too much noise. I'm far away from my house, down by these power lines. I'm going to start off with a small one. It's going to wait till it gets a little bit darker. Tiny, tiny bit darker. That one's already on the launch rod. That one has a launch lug like your SD's rockets, them model rockets we used to buy when we were little kids. It has a straw, a launch lug, and that rod will guide it straight. Hopefully I won't hit them high tension wires. I shot I shot a lot of rockets down here and I never hit the high tension wires yet, so I'm not worried about it. So there's a little rocket here. That one doesn't have a report. No flash powder in that. But that one does have flash powder in it. And over here, I got my little stash over here. Got my little stash. I got my shirt off because it's still hot. But I brought firecrackers. I never light firecrackers near my house because they're too loud. But I'm not near my house tonight. So I'm going to light a couple firecrackers. I'm very psyched. Very, very psyched. Richard is psyched. This is quiet. This is boring. Let's start off with boring stuff and we'll work up to the good stuff. So this is just a star gun. This is just going to shoot a couple stars. They're blue stars. Just going to shoot a couple blue stars into the air. Very boring. Nothing special. But alright, a couple blue stars in the air coming up. Boring blue stars. Whee! See, that's supposed to go. Them stars are supposed to go into a shell, and that shell's supposed to go a few 100 feet in the air. That's why the stars fell back down to the ground. This is just a star gun from when you want to test your stars to see if they're the right color, if you got the color right. That's all that is. Very boring. Nothing great. I just want to wait till a couple more people come on and then we'll start lighting this stuff off, man. That's all. So that rocket's ready to go on its launch rod. This rocket's ready to go. So you guys as psyched as I am? I'm very psyched. Very, very psyched. Very excited. Just waiting for a couple more folks to join in and let it get a little darker too. It'll be dark very shortly. We don't have much of a wait. Not much of a wait at all. Yeah. So altogether, I think I got like 5 rockets, several firecrackers. I got another star gun shot. This rocket here, this one's definitely going to blow up, I think, because the tube was a little small and I couldn't pack the gunpowder right. So whenever you don't pack the gunpowder right, they normally blow up. So this one here is probably going to blow up. If it flies, I'll be surprised. So we'll get around to that eventually. Let's shoot off a couple more blue stars while we're waiting for it to get dark. Look at the way the smoke just gathered. It's hanging out on the bottom of the ground. That's weird. The way the smoke is just hanging out. Amazing 13 says sup. Amazing 13 says hi. Grant says sup. What's up, man? All right, gonna shoot off another star gun. Just plain old boring. I love the smell of gunpowder. That smells so good. All right, some more blue stars. Boring blue stars. Very boring. Blue stars. Whee. Blue stars. Nothing great. Nothing great. Just waiting for it to get dark, that's all. Let it get a little darker. I'll put my star guns back into the pile of miscellaneous junk. I finally hit 1,000 subscribers. This just happened today. Today's my lucky day. So I'm in a good mood. But I'm always in a good mood. What the hell's the difference? Let's light the smallest firecracker I got. Let me see. Let's make a little bit of noise. This is the smallest firecracker I have. And I bet it'll be loud. Smallest firecracker I own coming up. That'll still blow your fingers off, man. There's enough flash powder in there to take your fingers clear off. So there was a rock out here somewhere. I'll set the firecracker on the rock. Like that. Firecracker on the rock. And listen how loud that little tiny firecracker is going to be. That's a little tiny firecracker. Yeah. I heard a couple echoes. Little tiny firecracker, man. That sucker, even though it's a tiny, tiny firecracker, man, that would take your fingers right off if you weren't careful. So, The star guns worked so far. The firecracker, a lot of firecrackers are easy. Thank you for the likes. Firecrackers are they're the easiest things to make in pyro. It's all that is 70% potassium perchlorate and 30% aluminum, dark German aluminum. That is the mixture for flash powder. Two simple chemicals, you mix them together, you put them in a tube so they're confined a little bit, put a fuse in there, and kaboom. Flash powder is very, very good. I love flash powder. Look at the way the smoke here, I'll show you. I think that's so cool, the way the smoke is just hanging low to the ground. I wonder what's keeping the smoke low like that, man. That's weird. I love the smell of gunpowder. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Remember that movie? So, yes sirree, you guys. If you check out some of my other videos, they're all shot here. They're all at the power lines. The high tension wires. Because there's a clearing here, and this is why I choose this spot. Just because there's a clearing. I could hear these high tension wires crackling. A lot of power going through them wires. You could hear them humming. You know why high tension wires hum? Because they don't know the words. Okay, terrible joke. Just waiting for it to get a little bit darker, you guys. And I got some rockets, man. Some of my homegrown rockets. Richard's going to light off. Homegrown rockets. Just waiting for it to get a little bit darker. Amazing 13, my subscriber. Grant, my subscriber. Jonathan's one of my subscribers. John and I, we go back for a while, man. He's been tuned into the channel for quite some time. So, hurry up, get dark. All right, I can't wait no more. I'm too impatient. So let's light one of these rockets. This rocket here doesn't have a header. So this isn't going to make much noise. There's a big 0 next to the people watching. So I'm going to wait till at least a 1 gets on there. Going to wait till at least one person's watching. Who knows? What's today, Wednesday? Everybody's probably busy doing their Wednesday night things. Maybe there's good TV on or something like that. Everybody's busy. Who the hell wants to watch some dum-dum lighting off fireworks? Nothing to that. Especially since they're legal in Pennsylvania. They're legal in a lot of states. They're making fire. But you can't get fireworks the kind that I make. No. I make the good stuff. The fireworks that you could buy in the store aren't nearly as good as my stuff. So, there's a couple people. All right, hang in there a minute. I'm gonna light off this rocket does not have a report in it. This rocket's just gonna have a sparkly tail. Awesome, wasn't that awesome? I can see the stick. You guys probably can't. There it goes, hit the ground. I'll clean it up later. Oh, I love the smell of black powder. That smells so good. Anybody see that? Did any of you guys see that? Was that cool or what? Let me put another rocket in that launch tube. That last rocket flew nice, man. I hope people are seeing this. All right. There's another tiny rocket, but this one has a little bang in it. This one has a little report in it. I put a little flash powder in this one. This is the same size motor, but I did add flash powder to this one. So this one will make a bang. This one here will make a bang. Not a huge bang, just a little bang, but it's better than nothing, right? There we go. Little bang in this one. See? Told you. Little bang. Jason Holland! Yo, 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 Jason! Jason said hi. What's going on, Jason? I love the smell of gunpowder. That smells so good. My homemade gunpowder's working pretty well. Jason Holland, my #1 fan, it says. That's what that little crown means. Right now, you're my #1 fan. I lit a couple things off already, Jason. I'm waiting for it to get darker. But I already lit a couple things off. That was one of my smallest rockets. So, that's okay. Here, well, at least you're watching, bro. Let's light this one off now. See what I got going on here? This one has a straw, a launch lug, and that rod's going to guide it up straight. I'm just telling everybody, I'm down by these power lines away from my house. It's a clearing, and nobody can yell at me because I'm far away from anybody. So when I light my rockets off, I'm cool. Nobody can yell at me. I'm not going to be able to get that fuse. I got to bend that fuse up a little. Trying to bend this fuse up. There, I should be able to get that fuse now. Okay, well, here comes this rocket. It has a little flash powder in it. I rolled the tube myself. It has a 1/2 inch diameter. Didn't you make them today? Yes, I made these today, Jason. I made these a couple hours ago. So this is my baby. Here we go. This one should go up pretty high. And it has flash powder in it. Wouldn't you know it? I brought spare fuses, you guys. But I'm going to give that a minute. I brought spare fuses just in case this happened. So we'll put this down and we'll get back to that. All right. Sorry. Of all things, a damn fuse. All right. Let's go to the next one. Freaking, I try to prepare these and get these just right. And it's always something. All right, I have another one. I'm going to bend this fuse up a little. There. Load it onto the rod. There we go. All right, this one better work. Gosh darn it. 1/2 inch diameter. Has a little bit of flash powder in it. Of course, that one didn't go so great. Well, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. All right, moving on. Moving on to the next. Moving right along. Let's shoot one of these off. This is a 1/4 inch motor. And this has a little bit of flash powder in it, so this will make a bang. Little bit of flash powder. 1/4 inch diameter. Oh, I'm not doing so good tonight, you guys. I thought these would be perfect, but they're flying a little, but not perfect. All right, let's light this bigger one off. This son of a bitch better fly. This is my good one. I really took my time with this one. This sucker better fly. If this flies right, this will go up really high. This is a 3/4 inch diameter, larger rocket, end burner. I was so excited, I freaking colored it, man. This one better fly, this one. 3/4 inch diameter. That should, if it works. There, that's a nice one. Yeah, that one was nice. Trying to listen. Oh my God, it landed right next to me. It landed somewhere right here. I can't see it, but it came down right next to me. So that one wasn't bad. All right, moving right along. I'm pretty sure this one's gonna blow up because I wasn't satisfied with this one when I made this. If you notice, the tube's crunched. So that tells me this one's gonna blow up. So even catastrophes are fun when it comes to fireworks. So even if it blows up, it'll be cool. But I got a feeling this one's gonna blow up. I got a feeling this one isn't gonna fly, but we shall soon see, won't we? It flew a little. Wasn't the greatest, but it was okay. All right, moving right along. Moving right along. I'm gonna try to shove a fuse back in this one. I gotta see how I'm gonna do this though. This is gonna be trouble. Just give me a minute, you guys. I'm gonna try to dig this old fuse out. I don't know how, but somehow. This doesn't look good, you guys. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I can't. I should have brought a drill bit with me because I can't get that fuse out. All right, let's light some of the firecrackers. These are guaranteed to work. My firecrackers are guaranteed. These babies are guaranteed. Firecrackers always work. Let's, where do I want to put this? I'll set it next to the launch rod. Firecrackers always work. They never fail. Even though that's small, that's going to be loud. I mean, if that went off in your hands, it would blow your fingers clear off. Watch how loud this is. See what I'm saying? Look at the hole it left in the ground. All right, let's do another firecracker. My YouTube channel is not going good. Why not, Jason? What do you think you're doing right or wrong? Or do you mean me? Do you mean, am I having bad reception? Maybe that's why nobody's watching. All right, here's a bigger firecracker, you guys. That's bigger. That's going to be louder. I wish I had something I could blow up, like a tin can. I should have thought about that. Next time I do this, I'm going to bring like something to blow up, something that's cool to watch explode. Let's blow up my launch pad. Let's do that. Let's blow my launch pad to smithereens. I don't want my firecracker to fall down in there, though. Oh, it just fell down in there. Exactly what I didn't want happened. There, I got it back. Let's blow this tube to smithereens. How's that sound? I'll put the firecracker in the tube, and we'll blow the tube to smithereens. Blowing tube to smithereens, take one. Blowing tube to smithereens. Damn, that was good. Look what it did to the ground. Yeah, baby. Yes, sirree. Take my launch rod, lean it against the tree. I got a few more firecrackers. Wish I could dig that out somehow, but I don't know how I would dig that out. There's no way to get that without a drill bit. So I'll have to light that one tomorrow. What a bummer. All right. This one here is going to be the loudest. That is a true M80. I mean, that's probably got around 10 grams of flash powder. So that's going to be a nice bangy bang bang bang. How do you like the way I color these guys? Oh, the moon! Yo, the moon! Richard is playing with his firecrackers, the moon. You missed a couple rockets, the moon. But that's alright. Stale Shady, no, change my profile. It's alright. Change is good. They say a change will do you good. Alright. M80. And this is a real M80. I mean, this is the kind that is going to really wake the neighbors up. It's a good thing it ain't near my house, because this would really... Guarantee they're hearing this back by the house, but they can't point their fingers at me. They won't know that I'm doing this. Alright, this one's going to be loud, you guys. Loud, 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 loud M80. Very loud. Told you. I wasn't joking. I was not joking. That was loud. So what the hell's a picture of a tire for? I don't get that. Alright, I don't know what that's all about. So, alright. Okay. Let's do another M80. I think I have another one. Yeah, I got a couple small firecrackers left. These aren't the biggest, but they're going to be okay. They won't be bad. They won't be terrible. Another firecracker. I'll put it in the dirt a little bit. Wait till you see how much dirt this blows away. Another flash powder. Woohoo! Very cool, very cool. Alright, I think I got one or two more firecrackers. You don't make good shorts. You know what I've learned? I'll tell you what I learned when it comes to making shorts. The video doesn't have to be that great. You don't need great video per se, but as long as you have some content, as long as there's a story behind the video. So the video could be mediocre, but if you got like a good story to go along with your video, Jason, then I guarantee your shorts will improve. Like oftentimes I'll just video the dog and he's not even doing nothing impressive. But if I tell a story about the dog, like how the neighbor yelled at me or how the dog pissed on the guy's shovel or something like that, then they wind up being great shorts just because of the content. People that watch YouTube, they want to have content. They want to have something they could listen to and and make a comment on. So you could have the boringest videos in the world, but if you have a little bit of content, Jason, your videos, your shorts will improve. I swear they will. And I figured, I learned this, it took me a while, but I learned this because I have some of the dumbest, thank you. What's up, Amazing 13? Sup? What's up, man? So, because I got the dumbest videos, but when I talk in the background, and even if I tell a joke or say something dirty or something, know what else works good, Jason? When you ask questions. Like say I'll videotape some holes in a tree, and what could be more boring than holes in a tree? But then I'll ask the people watching the video. I'll say something like, "What kind of animal made those holes? What kind of animal created all them holes and made that sawdust on the ground?" And those videos kick ass because people want to answer the question. People will say, "Oh, well, that's a certain kind of woodpecker or something like that." And not only do you learn something, but you'll get a lot of views and people will like your stuff. That's what works for me. You know, I'm telling you, that works for me, and maybe it'll work for you. You know, that's the best I can. Content. They always say content. All right, one more firecracker, and then we'll head back to the house. Next time I do this, I'm going to make like 20 friggin' rockets, man. I'm going to make 20 friggin' rockets. Tyler, happy new profile, new name. Why, what was your old name, Tyler? Is this the moon? Is this what you just did right now? Is this you, the moon? All right, one more firecracker. And Richard's going to head back to the house. Maybe I'll grab the dog and we'll talk. We'll talk about, I don't know. Firecracker. Firecrackers are great. Damn, that was loud. My ears are ringing. Look what it does to the ground, man. I got a nice clearing now. I made myself a little clearing. Stale Shady, the moon. That's what I thought, Tyler. I knew that was you. Okay, well, I'm going to head back. I should have waited till it was completely dark, but I was too excited. The next time I do this, man, I'm going to have like at least 10 freaking rockets. I'm going to have a whole kit and caboodle. So, I think I got a couple of rockets back at the house that don't have reports in them. Maybe I can get away with shooting a couple of them off. Let me put my shirt on. I'll rap with you guys the whole way back to the house. I'm trying to get my shirt on right now. Look at all that smoke. Richard made all that smoke. I love fireworks. Don't you just love fireworks? I brought a little case of spare fuses. Put this in my pocket. I'll come back and get these tomorrow. I'm gonna get my hat and my launch rod though. Put the rocket in my top pocket. I got my launch rod. I think I got everything. Let's head back to the house. All right. I'm going to show you guys what I have to go through to get here. I even brought my light with me so I could light up my face, and that's what I'm going to put this on my phone right now so I can show you guys can see my ugly face when I talk to you. Turn the light on. There, I got my headlamp on. Only problem is I can't see where I'm going now. Yeah, this might be a problem. This light might have to go out, you guys. I can't see where I'm walking. And I'm walking through deep woods. So I have to see where I'm going. Not like I cannot not see where I'm going. I could walk into who the hell knows what. But I got to see where I'm going. There we go. So I'll talk to you all, but I got to see where I'm going. Oh, I just saw a beer can. I should have blew that up. Oh, well. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Next time I come down here, I'll blow up beer cans. Hey, Grant, what's up, man? Next time I'll have 10 rockets instead of just a couple. My excuse is that my wife wanted me to do some things for her, and I couldn't tell her no. So I had to stop making rockets. I only made 4 or 5, and I left a couple accidentally back at the house. So that's my lame excuse. But you got to see a couple, right? You got to see a couple rockets. You got to see. And like 2 of them were pretty good. 2 or 3 of them. If I know I'm coming down the power lines, if I know I'm coming down here, I'll put a ton of flash powder in the rockets. Because if I light the rockets, if I light them off near the house, I can't put a lot of flash powder in them. It's too loud. So this grass I'm walking through is up to my waist. I used to come back here all the time with not a fear in the world. But I'm not worried now per se. Stale, Shady, the profile is my favorite rapper. Stale Shady, this profile is my favorite rapper. Who, Tyler? Is Tyler a rapper? The only rapper I know is Eminem. I gotta cross a stream, you guys. See this stream? So I gotta concentrate for a second. Okay, I made it across. So I'm making my way out of the woods. I'll be at least 5 minutes walking through these woods. Yeah, and I like Eminem too. You saw my middle finger tattoo on my arm. If you didn't, I can't show it to you now, but I'll show it to you the next time. I used to love Eminem so much, Tyler, that I was so brainwashed, I got a middle finger tattooed to my arm. And my attitude got real bad. I started hating women, and I started hating my boss, and I started hating authority. I would go around with a real bad, because Eminem had me brainwashed. I still love Eminem. I think he's the greatest genius rapper that ever lived. You gotta have a horrible life to make great rap music. And Eminem had a horrible life. His mother had Munchausen syndrome. And that means she would fake illness just to get attention. And she would pick on Eminem's little brother and pick on Eminem just to get attention. They would put Eminem on medication, and he didn't even need medication. But his mother, Debbie, claimed he needed to be on Ritalin and stuff like that. Poor Eminem. So that's why he's got a bad attitude. I'll never forget the first time I listened to Eminem. I'm going to be back. I am going to go for a little bit. Are you going to be when I come back? Yes. I'll be a few more minutes, and also I'll do that 11 o'clock, 11:30 live stream with my dog. But I'll be here for a couple minutes, walk out of the woods, Jason. So do what you got to do. Take your time. It's going to take me a couple minutes to wiggle my way out of these woods. So do what you got to do, Jason. So Tyler, let me tell you about my Eminem story. I had this little girl call me daddy. I wasn't her biological father, but I raised her since she was in diapers, and she used to call me daddy. I'm still friends with the mother. I got to see where I'm going. Okay, and she approached me one day. I listened to like Led Zeppelin and Rush and the Beatles. I was like pure rock and roll. Couldn't stand rap. Anyway, she approached me. She says, "Dad, you got to listen to this. It's this guy called Eminem. He's a rapper." And I started yelling at her. I'm like, "Rap! I didn't bring you up to listen to rap, Kristen." That was her name, Kristen. "I can't believe you listen to rap. I'm so disappointed in you." She's like, "Dad, just listen to one song. And then if you don't like it, then you could yell at me all you want." I said, "All right, Kristen, I'll listen." It was his first album, the first record, the Eminem, the one with Guilty Conscience and My Name Is, that record, one of his first ones. And she played the song called 97, Bonnie and Clyde. That's the one that goes, "Just the two of us, just the two of us." The one where he murders his wife, sticks her in the trunk, and throws her body in the lake. That song. And he has his daughter with him. That song. So she played that song for me, and she went to grab the headset off me, and I quick snatched it back, and I put it back on my head. And she's like, "What are you doing, Dad?" I said, "I want to hear more of this record." So I listened to the entire record from the first song to the very last song, and I walked out of that room in like an Eminem coma. Like a glaze came over my eyes, and I walked out of the room. She's like, "Where you going, Dad?" And I said, like in a monotone voice, like a robot, I said, "I have to go to Tower Records and purchase this Eminem CD." And ever since then, I was sold. I just love, I think Eminem is the greatest. I got to go to bed, but I will be back. Okay, Jason. Whoops. You got to do what you got to do, brother. So I'm telling Star or Tyler now about my Eminem experience. So that's what happened. I became brainwashed by Eminem, had a bad attitude for years. Real bad attitude. Got a middle finger tattooed to my arm. Walked around like F everybody, F you, F the world, F everybody. Everybody sucks. This world blows. Everybody's lousy. That's what Eminem did to my mind. He had me totally brainwashed. And that's a true story. Eminem did it to me. Brainwashed me. It's a good thing I walked this trail a million times in my life, because I would hate to not know where the hell I'm going. So I'm making my way out of the woods. There, I'm making There's the lake edge there. I'm going to make my way out of the woods here. Once I get to the top of that hill, I'll be good. So, yeah, that's a true story. Eminem, true story. What else could I tell you guys while I'm just walking? Tell you about the time I totaled my brand new car. I was brand new Nissan Maxima, 2000 Nissan Maxima, brand new. Drove it off the showroom floor. I'm switching, turn my headlamp off because I'm in sort of daylight now. Oh boy. Just give me another second. I gotta make my way out. I don't want people to see me walking out of the woods. They'll know it was me shooting off them fireworks. Just give me another second and I'll be out of here. Okay, I'm out. I'm back by the lake. All right. Now I can turn this light on so you can see my ugly kisser. All right. I'll tell you this story. Bought a brand new Nissan Maxima. Drove it off the showroom floor. That was a fast car, man. That car was really fast. The speedometer went up to 165. And I had that car up to 145 on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. It was a long straightaway. Speedometer goes up to 165. I had the car up to 145. My passenger was begging me to slow down. That's not the time I totaled it, though. I'm just telling you how fast that car was. That was a fast car. So another time, like a couple weeks later, car's still new. It's got less than 10,000 miles on it. That's new for a car. It was raining real heavy. You're basing. So I'm telling the story about how when I totaled my Nissan Maxima. This is a good story. Brand new car, brand new 2000 Nissan Maxima. Drove it off the showroom floor. Anyway, I'm driving up to the Poconos where I live now. And it was pouring rain. I shouldn't have been going as fast as I was going. I was going too fast for the rain. Even though the tires were new, the car hydroplaned and I lost control. That car spun around. It was doing 360s. I think that car spun around at least 10 times because I was doing like 80 miles an hour in the rain. I just came out of the Lehigh Tunnel and I hit a big puddle. It must have been raining harder on the other side of the tunnel. And I hit a big puddle and I hydroplaned, lost total control. That car did at least 10 or 15 360s. I barely nicked the center cement medium. I nicked it. I saw sparks flying, but I didn't hit it hard. I didn't damage the car too bad. But since the car was spinning around and was doing them 360s, 3 of the 4 tires went flat. The car wound up sitting still in the middle of the road, but facing the wrong way, facing toward traffic, the opposite way that it should be facing. And 3 of the tires were flat and the car motor stalled. The motor wasn't running. Otherwise, I just would have pulled right off the highway and that would have been the end of that story. So I tried to start the car up. It wouldn't start. I had a passenger with me. He slept through the whole thing. I woke him up. I said, we got to get out of here, man. We're in the middle of the highway. I just hydroplaned. I just spun the car around 10 or 15 times. 3 of the tires are flat. The motor won't start, and we're facing the wrong way on a highway where the speed limit's 65 miles an hour. We're going to die if we don't get out of this car right now. My friend was sleeping. I got him out of the car. There was a state trooper just behind me by some miracle. I got to see where I'm going. There was a state trooper right behind me. It was a miracle that he was behind me. And he pulled up. He's like, are you guys all right? And I said, yes, we're fine. And he's like, all right, well, wait in my squad car. Oh, let me tell you this first. When we got out of the car, I looked at my car to see how bad it was damaged. All I did was nick the center cement barrier. I just nicked it. I put a couple scrapes in the car. I was thinking like, oh my God, I was going so fast, I'm lucky this car isn't totaled. I'm looking at my car and it's only scraped up a little bit. No big deal. A little bit of body work fixed. Still got a brand new car. No problem. That's what I'm thinking. State trooper's right behind me. Says, you guys all right? Yes, we're all right. And then he's like, all right, well, wait in my car and I'm going to call for help. So my friend and I were sitting in the state trooper car. And I tell the cop, I said, my car won't start. It's in the middle of the highway. Somebody's going to hit that right away. We have to get away from that car. Somebody's going to crash into that car and we're going to get hurt, officer. My friend and I and you, we're all going to get hurt. You're too close to my disabled vehicle. We got to get away from that. We're in trouble if we don't get away from my car. And that state trooper had a bad attitude. He's like, don't tell me my job, young man. I will go out there and put road flares up and I'll make sure the car, and I will secure the situation. Don't you tell me my job. I was like, well, officer, you better hurry because this is going to happen any second. I swear, I'm not exaggerating here. 5 seconds after I finished my sentence, a tractor trailer came out of the Lehigh Tunnel, plowed into my stalled car that was in the middle of the highway, launched my brand new Nissan Maxima that I drove off the showroom floor into the air. Sparks were flying, the car's flying through the air, tumbling, headed right toward the state trooper's vehicle. My friend and I and the state trooper in the car. My Nissan Maxima flew through the air after the truck hit it and slammed into the police car. Knocked the police car so hard it knocked all three of us up into the side of the road, sideways on an embankment. My Nissan Maxima, so my voice sounds like a V. My Nissan Maxima was turned into an accordion. A car that I thought was going to be salvageable was now completely destroyed. My friend got hurt a little bit. I didn't get hurt, but I wound up in the front seat of that state trooper's car, sort of like upside down and sideways in the front seat. And I'm looking right at him, and I lost my temper. I said, I told you that was going to fucking happen. Oh boy, was that state trooper pissed at me. They hate when somebody tells them their job, especially if the person's right. So he threw it was raining. Remember I told you it was raining? So he threw us out of the car and made my friend and I wait in the rain. And then they had to get a flatbed to remove my accordion, what was left of my car, and remove the state trooper car. And one of his state trooper buddies came and took him. And they left my friend and I standing in the rain to fend for ourselves. Luckily, I had credit cards. I asked the tow truck driver if he could just give us a ride to like the nearest town. And I rented a car and finally made it to my house by like 3 o'clock in the morning. That's a true story. And so you're something, put your Rido, I don't know. Anyway, there was a party going on at my house that night because I lived in Philadelphia at the time. I would gather all my friends and say, let's go to my house here in the Poconos. But I'm going to have a late start, so I'll meet you up there. So I get to my house like 3 o'clock in the morning, junk rental car. They're like, Stale, where's your beautiful Maxima? I said, you're not going to believe this. And I told him what I just told you. That's a true story. I looked at that state trooper. I said, I told you that was going to effing happen. You should have listened to me. Now my friend's hurt. He's actually hurt for life, man. He screwed up his neck, man. Poor guy. I didn't get hurt. Maybe I should have got hurt. I feel a little guilty. But I don't know if the state trooper got hurt. But his car, the state trooper's car, got pretty totaled. It pushed us up on the side of an embankment sideways. He couldn't drive. The state trooper couldn't drive off that scene. He had to get a flatbed to remove his totaled car. This is a true story, you guys. Not exactly proud of it, but it is amusing. Yeah. So I'm just walking back to my house. I'm trying to kill airtime. Just rapping with you all. When I get back to my shed, I'll see if I think I left a rocket or two, and maybe I'll light, depending on if the rockets have headers, I may not be able to light them off. We'll see when I get back to my shop. I'm getting close to my house now. I should have waited till it got this dark to light my rockets off, but I was so impatient. Connected. You know what's happening? My router's picking up. The router in my... So we might get disconnected, but I'm getting close to my house. And then my router will pick up and it'll be... See, I knew it, lag. I knew it. When I get close to my house, the router will pick up. So it'll lag for a couple more minutes. Wait, I'm lost it. Oh, there we go. It'll lag for a couple minutes, but once I get to my shed, once I get closer to my house, my router will pick up. Oh, I'm so cool. Well, thank you. These are true stories, Grant. These are true stories. I got a lot of good true stories. I'm going to tell you guys all my stories one of these days. When I was a plumber, I had the entire city paid off. So I didn't have to wait to get permits. I had the parking lot attendant guy paid off. I had the plans inspectors paid off. So when I applied for permits, I had them paid off. There was girls that would actually write the permits up. I had them paid off. When I went into the supply houses, I had the people in the supply houses paid off. Because all these other plumbers are waiting in line to get their material. And since I had all the supply dude, the counter people paid off, I just went behind the counter and went back into the warehouse and pulled all my own material. I showed them the box. I said, see what's there? Write the slip up later. My boss could never figure out how I was able to get permits in half a day. Normally it takes a day or two to get permits. I was out of City Hall by 9 o'clock in the morning because I had everybody paid off. All right, I'm back in my shop. Let me see what I got going here. I'm telling you, I got good stories, you guys. And Richard has a shitload of good stories. I thought I had more rockets here. I guess I don't. I could drill this one out. But there's a loud header on that one. I can't light that here. Gosh darn it. Thought I had more rockets here. Man, piss me off. I must have dropped it on the way down to the woods because I don't see it. I'm going to dig this. I'm going to dig that out. I'm going to drill out that one that didn't light. I'm going to drill it out. I'm going to set my launch rod up and shoot it down the lake anyway, even though I'm going to get yelled at. I'm going to do it anyway, you guys. Nerd's back. Hey, nerd. I was just shooting off the rockets, nerd. I was just down the woods shooting off my rockets. I don't know, you might have missed it. I got one more here that didn't go off, and I'm going to try to fix it. Right there where my finger's pointing. The fuse, the motor didn't light, but I'm going to drill that out. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to lean my phone up. Make sure. Okay, that's the right side. Just going to lean my phone up like this. So you guys might be able to see what I'm doing here. I'm going to drill this out, and we're going to light this off. Looking for a drill bit. There we go. Drill out the old fuse. Almost done. Another minute or so. Gotta get into that fuel or it won't light again. And this will all be for nothing again. Man, I can't get into the fuel. I must have made that nozzle too thick. That's why it didn't light the first time. I wasn't into the fuel. There, now I'm into the fuel. Alright, I'll stick a fuse in there and we'll light this off. Pop a fuse in. Let's go light this off, man. Get my launch rod. I'm trying to do everything. Here's my launch rod. Walking back down the lake. This one's going to be loud. I'm going to get yelled at, you guys, but what I do for you guys, I tell you. So Richard's going to shoot this rocket off. It's probably going to be loud. My dog's going to be pissed. My old lady's going to be pissed. But I'm doing it for you guys. So just give me a minute. As soon as I get past the basketball court, I'm going to shove my launch rod into the ground. I'm going to put my rocket on it, and we're going to light it off. Plain and simple. Launch rod's in the ground. Oh, it's falling over. Wait a minute. I got to get it in the ground a little better. Reconnecting. Sorry, guys. Sorry. This is what happens. I'm totally sorry. All right, there we go. This doesn't look right. Something doesn't look right. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? No. I don't know what went. Something's wrong here. I don't know what's wrong. But oh well, sorry. I'm not seeing the words I normally see at the bottom of the page. I don't know what's up with that. Cancel. I don't know. I don't know if I'm even streaming. I can't even switch fucking cameras. What the fuck, man? I hate when this shit happens. What did I do wrong? I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm going to hang up and start it over real quick.